Good afternoon, everyone. It's me again, Al Brown Spencer. Today is Monday, the 27th of October, 2025, and it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The situation is still the same, and I didn't get any justice whatsoever till now. And the chemical dosing and the drugs dosing has never stopped whatsoever. On contrary, it is increasing and it's becoming ridiculously strong and destructive. For example, on Saturday, I bought some chicken breasts from or in little shop in Brecha shopping center here in San Sebastian, Spain. And I soaked it in water and I cleaned it. And next day, Sunday, which is yesterday, I cooked it and I ate it. And literally within less than an hour after I ate it, I lost energy completely, and I was about to leave to go out, and I didn't because I couldn't go anywhere. I was so, and even till the moment, I am still recovering from yesterday. It's literally I ate the chicken, and less than an hour later, I literally lost energy completely, and all my thyroids and around and my neck were aching badly, and I got irregular heartbeat, and my ears were pulsating like no one's business, and of course my eyesight gone completely. So these are the common and the regular symptoms I get from the dosing they give me, plus the swell of my face. You can see on my face the swell, and that shows here, and even my hand, the swell of my hand. My hands, both of them are swollen, and they feel weird, basically, and they feel very stiff. All my muscles are stiff, my legs as well, and my feet are swollen. And I don't have any allergy whatsoever. If anyone of you thinking that would be the case, and I promise you, this is 100% the drugs they put in my food and in my drinks, which I buy normally from shops like Lidl, Dia, Eroski, and so on. I'm still sleeping in this van with all of these bad conditions and no hygiene whatsoever. And what makes it even more difficult that literally the toilets are far away from the van. So if I need to go to the toilet, and when I say toilet, I mean a toilet, like when I need to, there is no other way apart from, literally doing it in a plastic bag, which I can go in details. I know it's disgusting, but I have no other option. I'm sleeping in a van, and the toilets are far away from the van where it's parked. I need help from people here in San Sebastian to contact the embassy of the country where I was born, which is located in Madrid, and the British consulate, which is located in Madrid. The reason for this is that I sent lots of emails to the embassies of the country where I was born, here in Madrid, in London, Italy, Germany, Berlin and Hamburg, France, Holland, and Denmark, literally in almost every country in Europe, asking the same question, that they confirm that no one restored the nationality of their country to me without my consent, since I renounced the nationality of the country where I was born in May 2017. And the email I sent to the British consulate last Monday, I asked them to come. I gave them, of course, my details and all of this, even documents of the renouncing of the nationality of the country where I was born. And I asked them to confirm that I am a British national only, that there is no other nationality that was given to me by the country where I was born. So literally, I'm trying to ask. I asked them clearly to confirm that the country where I was born did not restore their nationality to me without my consent, and I didn't receive any reply till now. So I'm asking people here in Spain. I'm requesting help from the Spanish people to contact on my behalf the British consulate in Madrid, the embassy of the country where I was born in Madrid. And if you're wondering where I was born in the country where they have the pyramids in North Africa. And my name, Al Brown Spencer, and I can give you all the details you need if you really would like to inquire on my behalf. The reason I'm saying so because I sent, as I said, lots of emails to the embassy of the country where I was born for about 6 months now. And I sent an email to the consulate, the British consulate here in Madrid last week, Monday. And I didn't get any reply whatsoever. And I'm still being dosed every single day. And it's dangerous. I mean, it is really, really killing me from inside out. Imagine this. These bastards are not just, they didn't just destroy my life and deprive me from living for so long, but also they are making sure that I don't have any chance to live my life or restart and so on, even till now. And I need justice, because justice is the only thing that I need, basically. Because if I get complete justice, I will get not only my financial compensations or any money they owe me or I own, or any money passed by my father, or the money that was supposed to be given to my father, but also the people who did this to me from any part, any place in the world, any country, any government, or the people who participated in what was done to me, they would be punished. They would be named and shamed, and they would be punished, and they would go to prison, and I would have peace of mind for my future and my future kids' future and their kids' future. I'm still trying to start a family. I'm 48 years old, and I'm still trying to start a family. Yes, I have a criteria, and I'm not going to give up any condition of this criteria in terms of finding a girlfriend that I'm looking for and so on. Have I said that? For me, it's not just that I have a criteria. It's my freedom to choose what I want in life and so on. The country where I was born is the evil on earth, regardless of what they are pretending to be. Even some of the people of the country where I was born, they don't know the reality and the real face of the country they live in, and they believe it's a good country and so on. And just to give you an idea about the country where I was born, the country where I was born is the evil itself. And whether you believe it or not, whether you would be convinced or not, or whatever you're going to think about what I'm going to say now, this is the reality. The country where I was born, they are using magic. They are using magic to literally rule the world. And they have so many faces. So because they have lots of people everywhere in the world, in every country, and every country for them is like a state. It's like the old system where they have their, headquarters in the country where I was born, and then in the world, every country has someone there that literally reports to them, and they are running the business in these countries. And I'm talking about every country, even if you're thinking the United States or Russia, or they have people everywhere, and they are running the business, and they are using magic to control the world. And because they are using magic, they are using vast majority of people who believe in God, like religious people and so on, to literally do the dirty work for them, believing that it's not magic, it's angels, it's this and that, blah blah blah. So the country where I was born, this is the evil on earth, and they can wear the mask of whichever country they want. So they do the evil stuff, and then they pretend it's another country. So they pretend, oh, it was the United States, it was Germany, it was Italy, it was France, it was this, it was that. And actually, they are the ones who are running the business, and they are the ones who are doing this. And I know it could be difficult for anyone, like the stereotype person, to believe this, specifically in a world where they they hide the reality because of the so many systems in the world and countries and conflicts, and especially in the last 30 years and so on, and even since the Second World War. And these bastards, they do evil stuff, and they get people to do other people. So they don't do it directly. So they get some people to get to do some other people, and they are not blamed, basically, because it's someone did another person, and that's it, or another people, and so on. And this is how they do, the evil stuff they do. The country where I was born is my enemy till the last second of my life, and I know they have the power and the ability to convince people otherwise. They can even convince people that they are trying to help me, and so on. But the reality is they are the evil on earth. They are responsible for everything that was done to me, directly and indirectly. Have I said that? That doesn't give any exemption or justification to other people who got involved in what was done to me. So everyone got involved in what was done to me, whether directly or indirectly. Uh, they have to be punished for what they have done. I mean, when you do something wrong, you know it's wrong. When you torture someone, you know it's wrong. When you forge documents, you know it's wrong. When violate human beings' rights, you know it's wrong. When you, change realities, you know it's wrong. When you steal money, you know it's wrong. When you take money from people, you know it's wrong. When you take it without their consent. When you, put people under the Mental Health Act and use it to confiscate their freedom and so on, you know it's wrong. And because of this, you are responsible for everything you do, even if you were being used indirectly by another party. You're responsible for what you do. So everyone and anyone who got part in anything that was done to me must pay the price and must be punished. This is, this is not negotiable. The country where I was born, they are my number one enemy, and I'm trying my best to expose them everywhere in the world. And I know not everyone in the world will believe that magic exists, or this fucking country has this power, and they are more powerful than countries like the United States or Russia or so on, and that they have the ability and the power to manipulate these countries and use them to do stuff in the world and so on. And everyone would take countries responsible, like the United States or other countries, and they will hold these countries responsible for things that happened. Well, actually, the country where I was born is the one who planned for all of this, and the one that is literally ruling the world and saying what's happening here and there and so on. And I have lots of information to give about the war in Iraq, for example, the hidden reasons behind the war on Iraq. Why did they start the war on Iraq? Why did they do this to Iraq? Everyone believes the bullshit they say about the reason that the United States led the invasion against Iraq was because of the oil and this and that, or because of the interference of Iraq in the Kuwait's territory and so on. All of this was planned for. All of this was planned for, to blind the world and give reasons just for the world. And in the end, people would think that it's the United States responsible for this. And also the towers, 9/11 in New York, who planned for it, why and how. All of this information, I need to give it to people who really care about knowing the truth. And people who are open-minded, people who are not just going to take and believe what was said before about, the reasons for the war here and there and so on, but people that actually willing to listen, take details, all of the details, put it together so they understand about what was done and so on. And as I tried to explain many times before, I cannot force anyone to believe in what I'm saying. I only can give you the information, all the information I have. It's up to you to pass it on. It's up to you to believe in it or not. As for justice for what was done to me, this is my right, and it's my number one goal in life to get 100% justice for what was done to me. And I will never stop my campaign or have peace of mind in life until I get 100% justice for what was done to me. As simple as that. And I'm talking about complete justice for what was done to me and my father as well, and my eldest brother, and my family in general. Exposing my abusers is the second goal in my life, and as I said, I will never give up this. As for people who would believe or not believe the information I have, it's up to people. I cannot force people. I can only give you the information I know for sure and I'm 100% sure of, and it's up to you to believe in it or not. As simple as that. That's if I'm still alive. I mean, the fucking bastards have been dosing me with drugs. They are killing me bit by bit. And I don't know if people who know about nutrition or people who are out there who know about, biology and what happens and physiology and what happens in our bodies. These bastards have been targeting very important and crucial minerals and vitamins in my body for a long, long time, including B vitamins, B12 and B2 and B1 and so on, selenium, enzymes and hormones like testosterone in my body and other hormones, the T enzyme or the T hormone responsible for regulating the thyroids, selenium, of course, the thyroids, and so look, they did unbelievable stuff to me, including destroying my body bit by bit. They are trying to cause me chronic illness by targeting and hitting constantly on certain vitamins and minerals in my body. Crucial. I'm talking about really important vitamins and minerals in my body, as I said, like B vitamins, A vitamin, minerals like selenium, iron, and so on. And they have been targeting these vitamins and these minerals in my body for so long. So long. Even till today. As long as I'm eating and drinking, these bastards will always dose me with drugs. And no one knows, and even the people who know that there are any kind of dosing, these bastards are giving them false reasons. So there are two reasons these bastards are using. Number one, they have been using the Mental Health Act, and they had me under the Mental Health Act and telling people and other authorities that the drugs they put in my food and drink, it's for my mental health and so on, and all of this bullshit. Number two, they have been giving people reasons like they say that this guy is ill, he has a disease, or he was giving a disease, blah blah blah. And if there is any disease that I have or any illness, this is because of what they have done to me, and they have injected me many times with stuff, and they did to me unbelievable stuff. So the possibility that they could have passed any virus to me or anything is there. They had the chance to do unbelievable stuff for me and so on. Have I said that? I used to give my blood and so on until I stopped when I was in the UK. And the first time that I saw illness, and it was transmitted disease and so on, and that was in 2016 or the end of 2016. after I separated from my ex since 2012. And since 2012, when I separated from my ex, until 2016, and it's not just 2016, I mean like from 2012 until 2019, that is 7 years, I haven't had any sexual contact or any relationship whatsoever. And then in 2019, I had my first time, or the first time having sex since 2012, and it was in Amsterdam, and it was in the Red Wallen with a prostitute, and it was so safe and clean and protected sex. So there was no chance whatsoever that there could be any sexual transmitted disease that was transmitted to me at all whatsoever. So and since then, because when I was in Germany as well, I used the services of prostitutes in Germany, and all the time protected sex in every way, shape, and form, and there is no chance that there would be a transmitted sexual disease and so on. And just to let you know, these prostitutes, they are so clean, so careful, because they earn money from what they do, and they don't want to be, you know, jeopardizing their career or their profession by allowing any unprotected sex and so on. So since 2012, since I separated from my ex, and the last time me and my ex we had sex in 2012, until 2019, I didn't have any sexual contact, nothing whatsoever. And I'm very clean and careful whenever I use public toilets and so on. But my abusers did things to me which I am willing to give to anyone and everyone who wants to know the details and the truth. And I am 100% sure that they had the possibility and the capability of transmitting any disease to me. Not only this, they always have a key for my van. So they can literally put any virus and so on and pass it to me via putting it into my underwear, which I used to keep in my car, and then in my van when I had a van later on and so on, or wherever I lived before. So the possibility is they had all the time and all the opportunities to do something like that and so on. And also what they did to me, which I don't want to go into details on in this video, but those who want to know the truth, I can tell them. So anyway, so that's one thing. And anyway, just to be very open about this, in 2016, late 2016, I started to see warts. Warts is like small things like this. It's warts that, you know, appears around the groin and so on. And for me, that was like a shock, because I didn't have sex whatsoever since last time I had sex with my ex in 2012. And since 2012 to the late 2016, and as I said, until 2019, I didn't have sex whatsoever or sexual contact with anyone. And I'm so careful and hygienically, even if I go and, you know, talk to people, or, you know, shake people's hand and all of this, or touch something, I always had with me the antiseptic or the disinfection. I always had like I used to buy this, you know, like in big bottles, and keep it with me, and always with my hand in the morning before leaving the van or leaving the car, and it's the same before I eat and so on. And if there are toilets, I go and wash my hands quite well, and I use the disinfection as well. And I always used to clean the toilets before using it and after using it. So going to any toilet, any public toilet or any, you know, private toilet, I always clean the toilets where I sit and where there is any possibility for my penis to touch, any part of the toilet and so on. And I always keep my left hand down there as a barrier between my penis and anything that it could touch in the toilet. So the possibility that I could have had these genital warts transmitted to me via public toilets is zero. And I'm talking about zero because I am very, very, very careful all the time with toilets, whether public or private and so on, and I use it and I make sure that I don't, touch anything, and I use my hand. I wash my hands quite well, and I sanitize my hands and so on. And I always have, I will show you what I mean online. This is my bag. I always go, and I I'm sorry. Yes, I am sorry the video was stopped because I dropped the mobile, but I was trying to show you this is my bag, and I always do this for so long since I became homeless, and even before this. I always buy in Lidl and Aldi and these places bottles of antiseptic and disinfection, and I always use this everywhere I go. If I touch anything and so on. Even when, for example, I feed birds or pigeons or whatever, I always wash my hands and I always clean it and sanitize it and so on. So the possibility that I could have got any genital warts transmitted to me via using public toilets is zero. The possibility that I got genital warts from a sexual activity or having sex and so on is zero, because the genital warts appeared on my groin in late 2016. And last time I had sex with my ex was 2012, and since 2012 to 2019 I didn't have sex whatsoever. And I treated the genital warts with local treatment and so on, and it worked, and the genital warts went completely and gone completely and so on. So, in other words, if my abusers claiming they are dosing me with drugs because of mental health, they are lying bastards and using this to stop me from continuing my life. So I cannot have a relationship because they always dose me with drugs and so on, that literally destroying my libido and destroying my erection and so on. Second thing, if they are claiming they are giving me or dosing me with drugs to treat any transmitted sexual disease like the genital warts, and this is the only thing that I know of 100% that appeared in my groin, genital warts, and so on. And I am 100% sure they have transmitted this disease to me when during, they had many opportunities. I mean, they abused me in different ways, which I will give 100% details about. And 100% they had so many opportunities to do this and transmit, any disease to me, like transmitted sexual disease and so on, via, the things they did to me. And as well, they had keys and access to any car I had or any van, so they could put it, on in my bed, pillow, my underwear, my food and drink. They could have, done it in certain way. They had many chance to do everything. So I have been clear of the genital warts since 2000 and beginning of 2019, when I actually had a chance to cure it or treat it and so on. And I was taking medication and I was giving local treatment as well. And it's cleared. Have I said that these bastards drugged me when I was in Germany, and they had something to do with my arm. They either injected me with something or took a blood sample. And based on this, it was for them formal to claim whatever claim they want of whatever they found in my blood. That's if they took. And based on this, they gave themselves the red light, the green light and the audacity to claim that they are, treating me, from a disease or whatever. First of all, these bastards are giving me drugs that works for their scenarios only. So they are giving me drugs that literally is stopping me from continuing my life normally. So In other words, they are affecting my genital or my sexual drive, my sexual abilities, because the drugs they give me literally is killing my erection and killing my libido. And if I stop eating or drinking, straight away, I mean, like only one day passes, and then literally my erection becomes so hard as normal, and my ejaculation and all of this, and my libido. And if I look at a girl and beautiful girl in the street, I get aroused and I might get hardness and so on. So, in other words, these bastards are lying bastards, and they are just using the drugs dosing to control my life over and over and over and over again, whether under the Mental Health Act or the claim that they are trying to treat me from a disease or whatever. That, of course, it would be like, oh, someone else gave me this disease, and they are the good ones, of course, and they are trying to treat me. But I gave you the idea, and I gave you the reality that these bastards are responsible for everything that was done to me, and they use other people indirectly to do the bad work and the dirty work for them. And then they appear in the picture and say, oh, they are the heroes that they are trying to, you know, fix and treat and this and that. So, people of San Sebastian, people of Spain, please help me. I need your help big time. I have lots of information to give. I need your help to be connected to the media. I need lawyers to investigate, specifically mental health lawyers to investigate if there is any government, whether the country where I was born, England or Germany or any country, that is using Mental Health Act as a kind of reason to have me under their authority or power, dosing me and interfering in my life and so on. I need lawyers to contact the embassy, and or not even lawyers, I mean even normal people. Normal people like you can contact the British consulate in Madrid, the embassy of the country where I was born in Madrid or any other country, and ask them to give a clear answer that, I have only British nationality. I only have a British passport. That's all what I have. Because if the country where I was born restored the nationality of their country to me, this is a crime and I can take legal action against them. Imagine if they managed to use my siblings to restore the nationality of the country where I was born to me without my consent or my knowledge, and even using the Mental Health Act to deprive me from my consent and from my capacity so they can use my siblings to do so. And then now they're having me under their authorities again, and they are doing to me whatever they want. And the step number one, I need someone to literally investigate, because I did my best. I have been sending emails to the embassies of the country where I was born in many countries, asking them the same question. Please confirm that I'm still just a British national, since I gave up the nationality of the country where I was born in 2017, and no answer. And I contacted the British consulate last Monday, and I asked them to confirm that I only hold the British nationality, because if the country where I was born restored the nationality of their country to me without my consent or knowledge, automatically the British government and the British consulate will automatically know about it 100%, and they cannot do it without that is known. So the British consulate did not get back to me, and they did not send me an answer. And I can show you these emails. For those who want to see with their own eyes, I can show you these emails so you can see and believe that I have been sending these emails for so long. So people of San Sebastian, people of Spain, please help. Please support me. I need your help and support to get my freedom and to get these bastards exposed and to get justice for what was done to me. Please help. Please help. Please help. I need your help big time. Thank you.